I asked to speak on the bill not only because I wish to, but because I also feel compelled to. While this legislation passed with 84 votes last year, it will pass with at least one additional yes vote this time. Anyone with a conscience was and continues to be heartbroken by what transpired in Parkland 3 weeks ago. What drives a human being to do what that killer did, I will never understand. I don't understand any of it, quite frankly. Since 2012, there's been Las Vegas, Orlando, Virginia Tech, Newtown, Sutherland Springs, San Bernardino, and so many other mass shootings. And I'll never understand any of them. After every single one of those murders, my feelings alternated between sadness, depression, and enormous unease. Those feelings repeated themselves 3 weeks ago, but this time there was another. Anger. I could hardly contain it. Maybe it was the actions of the survivors, the children, that made the difference this time. Maybe it was the in-your-face phone videos from those students. One image in particular will be burned in my memory for as long as I live, and that is a SWAT team rushing into a classroom, ordering the children inside to put their hands in the air. And in the corner of the video frame, a young girl's hands are visibly trembling with such fear that she could hardly raise them. This time, I was irate that our government could allow these murders to happen time after time after time again. I was irate that young boys and girls could be left trembling in fear in a classroom. Whether our federal representatives, in particular, say they believe mental health is the issue, or gun control is the issue, or school safety is the issue, or some combination thereof, they can always be counted on to do nothing. This time, my blood boiled every time I saw a thoughts and prayers statement on social media from a politician who was chosen to never be part of the solution, something that I myself am ashamed to say that I'm guilty of in the past. Mr. Speaker, I represent a district that probably has more hunters and sportsmen in my district than all of my New York City colleagues combined. But I am done battening down the hatches whenever these massacres occur until we inevitably move on to other issues. For the past 3 weeks, I've been sick to my stomach that children are begging lawmakers like us to keep them safe and take action to keep firearms out of the hands of dangerous individuals. I'll continue to support the Second Amendment, just as we should support every amendment and all of the Constitution. But people are dying, children are dying, and it's happening over and over and over again. There are sensible ways to keep our community safe without impacting the rights of law-abiding gun owners. This bill is one of those ways. And mark my words, I will be proactive in supporting other means to this end moving forward. For far too long, I've let the perfect get in the way of the good when it comes to common sense gun control. This legislation is not perfect, make no mistake, but for anyone who has been yelling about mental health and making sure dangerous individuals can't get their hands on firearms, this is exactly what this bill does. If Florida had red flag legislation on their books, many people think 14 innocent children and 3 adults would still be alive. I thank God that there hasn't been a school shooting in the Assembly district that I represent or anywhere in New York State. None of us should wait for that unthinkable moment to occur before we become part of the solution.